No, 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 no. You did not just close the door. Try it again. No. Harder. Wow. Wow. Well, isn't that fantastic? We're officially locked inside the janitor's closet. Of course, of all the people I had to be trapped with, it had to be you. Yeah, keep pulling the handle. Maybe the door will suddenly feel bad for you and open. Still locked. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. You want to explain to me why you were even following me in here? Last I checked, I came alone to grab a couple cleaning supplies. You just sort of slipped in behind me. What? You were looking for paper towels? During after-school practice? Sure. Totally believable. Were you always bad at lying? Because that one was really rough. Hey, relax. I'm messing with you, alright? You look like you're about to combust. Here, move a second. Careful, careful. Don't knock over that mop bucket. Whoa. Okay. That was close. If that spilt, we'd be standing in mystery floor water for the next hour. And I don't know about you, but I don't think my paws need that. And I'm definitely not dealing with that. Wow. This closet is even smaller than I thought. How do they even fit all this stuff in here? We got a mop bucket with mysterious goo water, 3 brooms, about 12 bottles of chemicals, and now 2 idiots who can't open a door. Try the handle again, but slower this time. Sometimes the latch sticks. Nope, still locked. Did the door maybe auto-lock? It was unlocked from the other side. That would be extremely inconvenient. Hello? Anyone out there? Yeah, I don't think so. Practice is over. Everyone's probably left already. Great. Just great. Trapped in a closet with my favorite nervous wreck. What? Don't look at me like that. You know what I'm talking about. You've been staring at the floor since we got in here. Hey. Hello? Look up for a second. Yeah. See? That's better. Now I can actually talk to you face to face instead of on the top of your head. Dude, you look stressed. Like, really stressed, alright? Relax. You're not relaxed, dude. Your shoulders are practically glued to your ears. It's just a door. Someone will come by eventually. Probably. Unless we're stuck in here all night. Kidding. Mostly. Wait. Hold on. Why are you standing all the way over there? Well, you're like pressed against the shelves. You know, if one of those bottles falls on you, you're going to be drenched in bleach, right? No, seriously, look. That one's already leaning. It doesn't have a cap. Yeah, if it tips, it's bad news for you. You have to regrow all that. Here. Scoot it in a little closer. Yeah, before you bleach yourself. Whoa, easy. Not that close. Okay. Now you're standing on my toes. Wow. Personal space is really not a thing in this closet, isn't it? Seriously. There's like, what, 3 inches between us? Maybe 4 if you stop leaning. You nervous or something? Just noticing that you're fidgeting a lot right now. And every time you move, you bump into me. Yeah, like that. There. You just did it again. You trying to start something? Relax. I'm joking, alright? But seriously, stop squirming. You're gonna knock something over. Look, just stand still for a second. Take a deep breath. We're fine. Door's locked. Closet's tiny. And you're stuck with me. And I'm stuck with you. And until someone comes by, congratulations. I guess we're roommates now. Lucky us. Alright. We're not going to get out of here anytime soon. So, rule number 1. Try not to panic. Rule number 2. Don't knock anything over. Rule number 3. Stop fidgeting. Because every time you move, something rattles, and I'm pretty sure half these bottles say do not inhale. Okay? Yeah, exactly. So maybe let's keep the accidental chemical warfare to a minimum, alright? Hold on. Your elbow's literally pressing into my ribs. Move it a little. No, not that way. Hey, whoa, easy, okay. He almost tipped over the mop bucket. Alright. Okay. Just adjust a little, alright? Slowly lean back a little. Just a little. No, too far. Now you're pushing into the shelf. Which means the shelf pushing into me. Which means... Yep. Now I'm stuck between you and a gallon of bleach. Fantastic. Yeah. You realize we're like standing ridiculously close right now, right? No, seriously. Look. If I move my paw even an inch, I'm stepping on yours. Actually, I think I already am. Wait. Yeah. Yep. That's definitely your paw. My bad. Or maybe you're bad. Hard to tell in this closet. It's so small. You're really stiff now, huh? Like a statue. If statues blushed. Oh, come on. You totally are. Even in this lighting, I can see that your ears are red. And you keep holding your breath like that. Like you're afraid I'll notice. Spoiler alert. I noticed. Dude, relax. You're acting like I'm about to attack you or something. I'm just standing here, existing. Very menacingly, apparently, by how you're acting. You know what's funny, though? In class, you always sit 2 rows away from me. But right now, you're basically glued to my chest. What? You think I'm exaggerating? Dude, look down. See? Told you. Barely any space. Careful, alright? You almost knocked over a spray bottle. Seriously. Stop squirming. Here. Hold still. I'm just going to move the broom out of the way. There. Now at least we won't get smacked with it. Actually, that made the space feel even tighter, didn't it? You notice that? Because I definitely noticed that. Your shoulder's basically touching mine now. And every time you breathe, I can feel it. Relax. I'm not complaining, just pointing it out. Wow. You really don't know what to do with your hands, do you? They keep hovering like you're afraid to touch anything. You could put them somewhere. I promise I won't overreact. Not the shelf. That one's wobbly. Here, just put your hand right here. Yep, against the wall. Yeah, like that. See? Much better. Now, you're not about to knock over half the closet. Although now you're leaning even closer. You realize that, right? If I lean forward just a little, our noses would probably bump. Relax, I'm not gonna do that. You'd panic. And then we'd definitely spill something. Still, though, you're kind of funny when you're flustered. You go all quiet, eyes darting everywhere, like a deer caught in the headlights. Except instead of headlights, it's just me, standing way too close in the janitor's closet. Man, if anyone walked in right now, they'd get the wrong idea. Actually, they'd probably get the right idea. You know, now that we've been standing here for about a minute, I'm starting to notice something. You're being very quiet, like suspiciously quiet. Usually, when people get stuck somewhere, they complain, or panic, or start ranting about how unfair life is. But you've barely said a word. Just standing here, right in front of me, looking everywhere except at me, which makes me curious. Very curious. Hey, look at me for a second. No, seriously, eyes up. There you go. See, that wasn't hard. Interesting. You're doing that thing again. That nervous look. Like you're trying to act calm, but your brain is running at full speed. I can definitely see it behind your eyes. Let me guess. You're thinking something like, oh wow, I'm trapped in a tiny closet with a guy who teases me all the time. This is awkward. I hope he doesn't notice how close we're standing. Sound about right? Oh, come on. Your face just gave you away. That was a perfect reaction. You know, I always wondered why you act so weird around me. Like during class, whenever I walk over, you suddenly get really busy with writing notes, or look at your phone, or pretend the wall is fascinating. But right now, you can't exactly escape, can you? Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Just you and me. And about, a dozen cleaning supplies judging us silently in this situation. So, I'm going to ask something. And you're going to answer honestly. Why do you get nervous around me? And why did you decide to sneak in behind me? What was that? I didn't hear you. Speak up. No. Don't mumble. If you're going to answer, say it properly. Because where I'm standing, it kind of seems like you might have a little problem. A me-shaped problem. Whoa. There it is again. That blush. Dude, you're easy to read. What? You don't think I noticed before? Please. You stare at me like that. Well, like you're doing right now. Dude, relax. I'm not mad. Honestly, I think it's kind of funny. You get all stiff whenever I lean closer. Like this. See? Your shoulders just lock up again. You're shaking a little too. Did you realize that? Hey, relax. I'm not going to eat you. Unless that's what you're worried about. You know what the funniest part is, though? For someone who acts so nervous around me, you never actually avoid me. You still sit nearby, still show up to the same clubs, still hang around after class, almost like you want to be near me. But then when I talk to you, you freeze. Like right now. You're practically holding your breath. Come on, go ahead. Breathe. I promise I won't tease you for that. Okay, maybe a little, but still, you should breathe. Good. See? That's better. You know what I think mumbles? Mr. Mumbles. I think you're not actually scared of me. I think you're just scared of being this close to me. Because right now, we're standing so close, I can hear every breath you take, every little shift you make. Yeah, like that. And if I lean just a tiny bit closer, there'd be basically no space between us. Relax, I'm not going to do that. You'd probably short circuit. I will say this, though. Being stuck in this closet has been pretty entertaining so far. Because normally, you run away the second I start teasing you. But tonight, you're stuck. Which means I finally get to see you like this. All flustered and nervous, standing way too close to me. And honestly, it's kind of cute. You know what, though? Something about this whole situation is starting to bother me. Not in a bad way, just something isn't adding up for me. Because earlier, you said you came here for paper towels, right? But I've been thinking about that. And the more I think about it, the less it makes sense. You walked in right after me, didn't say a word, just slipped through the door like a little shadow. Then the door locked. And suddenly, you looked more surprised than I did. Which means you probably didn't plan that part. But you definitely planned coming here. Hold on a second. Did you actually follow me? Wait. Don't look away like that. That reaction was way too quick. Oh, wow. You totally did. Didn't you? You followed me into the janitor's closet. Now that is interesting. Very interesting. Because that means you didn't just wander in by accident. You had a reason. Now, I really want to know what that reason is. You're really thinking about it, huh? I can practically see the gears turning in your head. Don't worry. I'm not going to rush you. We've been stuck in here for this long. A few more seconds won't hurt. Besides, I'm curious. And you went through the trouble of following me in here. So whatever you want to say must be important. Go on. I'm listening. What? You're hesitating again? Come on. You followed me into the closet. That's already pretty bold. You can finish the job. Unless you're worried about how I'll react. Is that it? You think I'm going to laugh? Or tease you about it forever? Well, okay, I might tease you a little. But not about something important. And if it really matters to you, I take it seriously. So go ahead, tell me. What were you trying to say when you followed me in here? Oh. Wow. Okay. I think I get it now. You don't even have to finish the sentence. Your face already told me everything. You really do get flustered around me. Even more than I thought. Hey. Relax. It's not a bad thing. Honestly, it's kind of flattering. I mean, you followed me here just to talk to me, and that's bold. Most people just send a text. You decide to go full dramatic. You sure you're not part of the drama club? But I'll tell you something. You didn't have to trap yourself in here to get my attention. You already had it. You always did. Yeah, I notice more than you think. The way you look over during class, the way you freeze when I walk up to you, or by you, or past you, the way you act normal, but your ears turn red. It's kind of hard to miss. And if I'm being honest, I might have teased you about it on purpose. But seeing you like this is pretty adorable. Hey, no. Don't hide your face now. That defeats the whole point. Besides, if you keep looking away like that, I might have to lean closer in again. And then you'll be definitely in a real panic. See? There it is. That reaction again. So, go on. I'm still waiting. You followed me here, and I'm not letting you dodge the question. Hey, don't shrink away. You already got us both stuck in here. The least you can do is tell me why. Take a breath. You look like you're about to faint. There you go. Good. Now try again. Why did you follow me? Wait. Hold on. Say that again. You like me? No way. Seriously? That's what this whole thing is about? You followed me in here just so you can confess? Wow. That is honestly the boldest awkward move I've ever seen. And here I thought you were just shy. Turns out you're secretly dramatic. Hey, relax. I'm not laughing at you, okay? Okay, maybe a little bit, but not in a bad way. I mean, think about it. You saw me walk into the closet, and your brain went, perfect opportunity. I'll just follow him inside. To be honest with you, that's some movie level confession planning right there. Except the door locked. And now we're stuck here. standing, nose to nose. Man, you must have been panicking this whole time. Jeez, all that teasing earlier probably made it worse, didn't it? Hey, listen to me. Look at me, too. No, seriously. You just confessed something really big. The least you can do is look at me when you say it. There. Wow. You're really red right now. Like, really red. I didn't know someone's ears could turn that color. Hey, relax. I'm not upset. Again, I'm honestly impressed. Despite my teasing, you were honest, and that takes guts. Even if your execution was a little questionable, I will say. But I gotta ask, why me? I mean, you know I mess with you constantly. Half the time I'm leaning over your desk just to see you panic. Yet somehow that made you like me more? You've got some interesting taste, I'll tell you that. Still, though, I'm glad you said it. Because if you kept staring at me in class like that for another semester, I might have gone insane trying to figure out what was going on in your head. And now, I know. You've had a crush on the guy who hasn't stopped teasing you. That explains a lot, actually. All those times you froze when I got close. All those times you've tried to hide your face. You weren't scared. You were just trying not to explode. That makes this whole situation even funnier. Yeah, you tried to confess, and instead you ended up trapping us both for, I don't know, 32, maybe 33 minutes. If that's not cruel irony, I don't know what it is. But hey, at least you finally said it, and I'm glad you did. Well, after all this, I suppose I owe you an apology, huh? Okay, maybe not a full apology, but at least a little credit. You handled it pretty well. Sort of. Hey, relax. You don't have to be nervous anymore. Because the truth is, I've noticed you for a while too. Yeah. All those little looks in class. The way you hover nearby but pretend you're not. The way you get flustered when I am close. I suppose I find your reactions adorable. But also because I wanted to see if you like me that much. Why didn't you ask me out? What? Too scary. Fair enough. I do have a bit of a reputation. But here's the funny part. You didn't even actually need to do this to get my attention. You already had it. If you're brave enough to follow me here, then I'd say you definitely are brave enough to go on a date with me. So, how about it? When we finally get out of here, that is. Want to grab something to eat together? My treat. considering it a reward for surviving, what, 35 minutes trapped here with me. There it is. There's the smile. I was hoping you would say yes. Good. Because I was already planning where we go. Wait. Hold on. Did you hear that? Yeah. Someone's coming down the hallway. Hey. Hey. We're locked in here. Well, looks like our little closet adventure is finally over, huh? But before they open the door, there's one thing I've been wanting to do since you confessed. Relax. Nothing dramatic. Just hold on for 1 second. You're still blushing, you know. And that's going to be very fun to tease about later. Now, there. Consider that a preview of our date. Come on, let's get out of here.